Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video, we are going to be running through the complete cost breakdown of renovating our bungalow. In case you are new here, we bought this 3-bed 80s bungalow in January 2022 and have spent 18 months fully renovating it. I have filmed a full run through of the whole renovation, so if you want an update on what we've done, make sure you go check it out. Before we jump in, there are a few things that I need to kind of caveat. So I'm going to be sharing how much we spent on our renovation. However, there are so many different varying factors. Things like the area you live in, the size of your property, how much you spend on like finishing touches. Obviously, they will have a huge impact on how much you'll spend on your renovation. So obviously, like I said, we'll share how much we spent, but just take it with a pinch of salt. Also, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss an upcoming video. But let's dive straight in. First things first, before we even spend any money, we set ourselves up a spreadsheet with a budget of how much we wanted to spend on the renovation. We broke it down into general kind of categories and certain rooms, and we basically just did a lot of research to try and figure out how much we were going to need to spend and how much we wanted to spend in those different rooms. There were definitely some things that we went over budget on and some things we came under budget on, but it was good to have those numbers together and we just tweaked them as we went along. Within your budget, it is so important to set yourself a contingency. I would recommend allowing 5 to 10% just for any incidentals. We definitely needed ours in the end. A good place to start is demolition. So this is where we saved a lot of money because we did all of the demolition ourselves, from ripping out our kitchen to knocking the wall down, taking up all the tiles in our bathrooms. We did it all. So our total cost for demolition was £0. We did need to spend some money on waste removal. We did do hundreds of tip runs during the whole renovation, but we did need to get a skip for a couple of bits. We had one of those bag skips, which are rubbish, by the way, and we also had a big boy skip as well. These came to a total of £450. Let's talk about electricity. So as soon as we moved into the property, we had an electrician come in and do a full condition report. This was just so we knew the general state of the electrics and if there were any big problems that we needed to fix. This cost £168. From the condition report, we knew that the electrics were in decent condition, but it did flag up some things that we needed to sort because they weren't to code and they weren't safe. Across the whole renovation, we had various bits of electrical work done, from roughing in our kitchen electrics to changing light fixtures and commissioning old dodgy wiring. The grand total of all of these works came to £2,870. We also decided to replace all of our light switches and sockets with sleek matte black metal fixtures to give more of a high-end look. This is something that could easily get overlooked and they add up really quickly. These all came to a total of £501. One of my top tips is to remember to think of things in multiples. I know it might sound really obvious, but some things may not sound like a lot of money, but then when you're buying them in multiples, they really do add up. So just make sure you're keeping track of all of those smaller spends. So when we moved in January, we found out that our boiler did not work. So we needed to replace that very early on in the renovation. We had an old water tank in our hallway, so we had that removed and we had a brand new combi boiler installed in the garage. Since we removed the big water tank from the hallway cupboard, it meant that we could have our washer and dryer installed in its place. So the cost of the new boiler and all of those bits of work came to a total of £3,000. We managed to pick up our washer and dryer from a Black Friday sale, so these came to £958 for both. Another thing that we had replaced throughout the whole house was the radiators. We went for a standard style radiator in all the rooms, but we decided to get these amazing tall column radiators for our lounge and our kitchen. Plus we got 2 black towel radiators, one for our ensuite and one for our main bathroom. The cost of all of these radiators was £912. That cost did not include having all of the radiators installed. So we had someone come out and switch out all of the radiators for us. We kind of did them in different stages throughout the whole renovation. So that labour came to a total of £1,000. We had Artex ceilings in every single room of this house. So we had plasterers come in to skim over all of these. I did try doing one room myself, but it was a massive fail. I like trying to turn my hand to new skills, but this is one that I will never ever do again. The cost for all of our ceilings to be skimmed was £2,685. Another top tip is get multiple quotes. Firstly, it's nice to kind of meet people in person and get a bit of a vibe for them before they come into your house to do the work. But also, quotes can really vary in price. We try and get 3 people in to quote for big projects, just so we can get a better idea of what is good value. As you can imagine, flooring is a big cost to consider. We decided to go for a durable light oak laminate across our kitchen, lounge, and hallway with carpets in our bedrooms. Before we could start, we had to have our floors leveled in our kitchen, lounge, and hallway. They definitely weren't level, and this was a really important step, especially if you're laying a solid floor like a laminate. We wanted to make sure that it was perfectly level, so we decided to hire someone in to come and do this job, which cost £1,500. When it came to our flooring options, we laid a specific underlay for laminate flooring. This came to a total of £153. We shopped around for a laminate flooring that was safe to lay in the kitchen and had a good warranty. We fell in love with this light oak laminate. It was the exact look we were going for, and it came to a total of £1,033. The carpets in the bedrooms had actually been recently replaced, but we just really didn't like the colour. So we pulled them up, kept the underlay, and laid new carpet on top. The carpets came to a total of £617. We also needed a few accessories like door bars and stuff like that, which came to £36. We decided to install all of the flooring ourselves, which helped to keep costs down. So we paid a total of £0 for labour. Another top tip is shop the sales. Again, this is going to sound really obvious, but if you have seen something that you like, keep an eye on it, because most large retailers will have regular sales throughout the year. They'll have at least 3 or 4 sales, bank holiday sales, summer, spring, winter sales, whatever it is. So if you see something you like, hold off, keep an eye on it, because it's quite likely going to be in the sale. We made some massive savings by doing this with our laminate flooring. So the first big full room that we renovated was actually our ensuite. Like I said before, we did all of the demo. We bought everything ourselves, and we had a plumber come in and fit it all. We were lucky that the layout worked, so we could basically just take out the old and just replace it with the new. So in terms of things that went into the room, this is what we bought. Our bathroom vanity was actually a chest of drawers from IKEA for £70. The countertop sink was £50. The sink waste was £30. The tap was £68. The toilet was £148. The walk-in shower tray was £340. The glass shower screen was £150. The black mixer shower head was £128, and we ordered most of these bits from Better Bathroom, so we paid £35 for delivery. We went for the same tile on the floor and on all of the walls. These came to a total of £320. Now, we hired professionals to come in and install everything. This also involved installing new plasterboard because the walls weren't straight, installing a shower niche, and redoing our floor. The labour came to a total of £1,585. We were originally going to try and do the tiling ourselves, but it was such a big job that we thought it probably wasn't best to turn our hand to tiling for the first time here. We got a tiler to come in and tile everything, and that came to a total of £900, which included all adhesive and grout. So the total cost of the ensuite, including all labour, was £3,824. We also had our main bathroom done. So same as the ensuite, we did all of the demo ourselves, we bought everything, and we had a plumber to just come in and fit it all. Some of the things that we bought for the room were the same vanity as the ensuite, but in an oak colour. That was £80. We also got an IKEA sink, which fit perfectly on top, for £70. The black tap came to £76 and the sink waste was £16. The toilet was £136. We got a new bath which came with this curved frameless shower screen as part of a set. That was £247. We used the exact same style shower head as we have in our ensuite, which was £128. The black mixer tap for the bath came to £85 and the bath waste was £57. To finish it off, we paid £50 for the bath panel. We went for a white gloss ceramic wall tile across the back wall and around the bath. This came to £354. For the bathroom, we bought the grout adhesive and accessories ourselves for £83. We decided to opt for a different finish for the floor and we decided to try a luxury vinyl tile in this grey stone effect, and these came to a total of £193. The same as the ensuite, we actually hired a plumber to come in and fit everything and do the tiling. The total cost for the labour was £2,300. So the total cost of the main bathroom, including the labour, was £3,776. Now let's talk kitchen. We opted for an IKEA kitchen because it was one of the few places that had the exact look that we were going for, and we'd also heard good things about the quality. So all of our units, drawers, doors, plinths, etc. came to a total of £3,156. And here's a rundown of all the fittings and accessories. The grey stainless steel 2-bowl sink was £104. The 2 black sink wastes were £58. We opted for a large black pull-out tap, which was £89. We have an integrated fridge freezer, which was £541. We went for an integrated eye-level oven. This black double one from Zanussi was £519. We also went for the matching Zanussi large induction hob, which was £385. The canopy extractor hood was £215. Integrated dishwasher was £550. Our pull-out bin, which is fitted into a cabinet, was £92. And of course, we needed some handles for the cabinet fronts. These all came to £72. To finish off the kitchen, we decided to go for a luxury solid laminate worktop in a matte black finish with waterfall edges. The cost of the worktop was £1,698. We saved costs by demoing the kitchen ourselves. We built all of the kitchen units. We installed all of the drawers and the drawer fronts. However, we did hire someone to come out and actually install the kitchen. The cost of the kitchen fitting, which included installing all the cabinets, plinths and cover panels, plus installing our sink and appliances and worktops, came to £1,190. So the total cost of the kitchen, including all appliances and labour, was £9,627. We also replaced all of our doors. We had hoped to renovate the existing doors, but they were in bad condition. So we opted for new doors in this modern ladder style and a glass panel door leading into the kitchen. The 8 ladder style doors and the 1 glass door came to £230. We did a lot of work on the general exterior to completely update the look of the house. Firstly, we had all of our windows and doors replaced. The original windows were wood and they were rotten, so needed to be replaced. We opted for anthracite on the outside and white on the inside, and a brand new composite front door with side lights. We had a local company supply and fit these for a total of £10,000. Another top tip, don't be afraid to barter. This quote originally came in quite a bit higher, but we managed to barter the price down. We knew it was a big job, so we wanted to see if there was some wiggle room in the price. It saved us a lot of money, and at the end of the day, what's the worst thing they're gonna say? No. We had our roof checked out and turns out it's in really good condition, so there was no point replacing it, but we hated the way that it looked. We had a company come out and power wash the roof to get rid of all of the moss and treat it with a solution to prevent regrowth. This alone completely transformed the look of the roof, but we decided to go for a colour coating to turn the roof a dark charcoal grey colour, which was more the look that we were after. All of this came to a total of £2,400. Our fascias and soffits are actually wood, which we love, and we did not want to replace them with PVC, but they did not look good. So we hired someone to come and spray all of the fascias, soffits and guttering anthracite to match the windows. He also sprayed our garage door, which was a huge cost saver because new garage doors are really expensive. This came to a total of £800. Outside the front of the house, we originally had old patio slabs everywhere. We pulled these up and replaced them with limestone chippings and grey stepping stones to add more curb appeal. These came to a total of £337. We haven't really done much to the garden, in all honesty. We added side gates, had some of our fencing posts replaced with sturdy concrete posts and sprayed them all black. This came to £825. We did add a few plants here and there, which came to £50. An unexpected cost was having our oak tree trimmed. We have a beautiful large oak tree in our garden, but it was very overgrown when we moved in and hanging over our roof quite a bit. We wanted to have the branches cut back, but it is protected. This means we had to have a survey completed and sent to the council, which was £216. Once the council had approved this, we then had our tree surgeons come out to complete the work, and that was £1,140. Ouch. And last but not least, this is one of our biggest unexpected spends: general supplies. So this is all those little trips to B&Q, tool station, Screwfix. This is anything that we spent on building materials, timber, paint, caulk, filler, literally anything else. This is why it's so important to track, because all of these expenses really do add up over time. These all came to a total of £4,265. Okay, so that was the breakdown of everything that we spent. Let's talk total numbers. Earlier I mentioned about setting yourself a budget. So our original budget was £50,000 and we allowed ourselves a contingency on top of that. In total, our bungalow renovation cost us £53,414. So good thing we set ourselves a contingency because we definitely needed it. We had a couple of things that pop up that we didn't expect, but honestly, as well, a part of it was like at the end of the renovation, we just got so tired that we did end up hiring out some of the jobs that we originally intended to do. And also everything just adds up. So I'm not surprised that we ended up needing to dip into our contingency. And there you have it. A cost breakdown of everything that we did in our bungalow renovation. Again, remember that every single project is completely unique and different. So I hope that by sharing these numbers, it has been useful, but just use them as rough estimates. Proper planning, research, and finding the right professionals is going to make a huge difference. If you have found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and make sure you subscribe for more content. As always, leave your questions in the comments section down below and I will catch you guys in the next one.